What's up, my brothers and sisters, and anybody who is trying to get closer to Christ? Today, we're going to be talking about idolatry and why is it wrong and what God says about idolatry. Idolatry is literally the first commandment. You shall not have any gods before me. So, with that being said, anything that you put before God, anything that you choose before God is an idol. It means you putting God at second. God should always be first, and then whatever you want to do next. But it has to, of course, line up to God. But anything you put above him, put it on a pedestal, is saying that this thing is greater than God, which is not the correct way to live. God has always come first, and then everything else. That's even with people. You could idolize anything. It could be a relationship. It could be habits. It could be a place or a thing. Anything that you put higher than God is an idol. And we gotta stop those idols. We gotta cut the idols. You gotta realize, okay, I'm putting way too much time into this thing. I'm putting more time into this thing than I'm putting time into God. And you should be putting time into God because He wants to talk to you. All He wants is a relationship. And He's your creator. So why wouldn't you want to spend time with your creator? Now, idolizing something or loving something is two different things. Idolizing something is, putting all your time into it, and I'm looking for this. I'm only focused on this. But you only focus on God. And you could love your person or your family members, anything like that. You could love them, but you don't idolize them. It's two different things. A way to realize if you're idolizing something is if you sit down and you think, if God takes this away from me, how would I respond? Would I feel empty, and would I feel like nothing matters anymore if they take that person, that thing, or that something that you're chasing after? And would you be mad at God if He took it? I understand you can be angry about something because you work for it. And if it's taken it away, then you're going to be mad about it. But only be mad for a brief time because you already know that God's working for it. He's working something out of that. But if you stuck on that one thing and you just stuck on it, and you idolizing it, you love that thing more than you love God, and you're not willing to let that go to follow what God got for you. And that's not a correct way to live. We put our faith and our trust in God. So whatever He takes something away or gives us something, we don't idolize that. You don't be stuck on that, and we don't feel empty. If you put all your faith into a thing and it goes away, then now you emptiness. But if you put your faith in God, He's an eternal being. He's always going to be there, never going to leave. People also idolize musicians a lot, even TV actors, any form of entertainment. You idolize it, which is understandable because it's what you can see and it makes you feel good. But you put it way too high on the pedestal, especially with these musicians, these artists. See all these people crying and grieving because Rich Homie Quan died. But he died in his sin. He overdosed. But you're crying and you saying, oh, he died, and y'all praising him and worshiping his music and all that. But his music isn't lined up with God at all. But if somebody come up to you and say Jesus died for you, you're gonna brush it off. And if that's how you living, if a celebrity dies and somebody tells you that they died and you lose your mind like, what? Oh no, they died. Why God do this? Why God do that? But if someone tell you Jesus died for you, you be like, yeah, I know. Why you telling me this? I know. You got your priorities, Jack. You got it messed up. God should always be your top priority. Of course, you can grieve when somebody passed away. It's not knocking to grieve. But don't go into a full-out spiral of out of controlness because someone passes away. It was their time. Now, with all that being said, that's not saying you can't have a role model, but your role model should be Christ. But of course, you're going to see a physical being, a person. But make sure that person that you're role modeling can represent Christ good. Because if you're role modeling somebody that's doing the wrong thing, then you're going to follow them steps. And then that's just going to leave you down a bad path. And for y'all astrologers and people who believe in the stars and crystals and rocks and all that stuff, you're putting faith into creation, a fake thing. It's just made, but you're not putting your faith into the Creator. You're going off of celestial things, like the stars is this, and this rock brings peace and joy. Only God brings peace and joy, bro. Or sis, it's mainly girls that's doing that. But stop putting your faith in little rocks and dream catchers and tapestries, and putting your faith in man-made things instead of putting your faith in the one who made man. With all that being said, y'all, just focus up, lock in, follow Jesus, especially in these times now, man. You see it all ramping up. Just follow Jesus. Really sit down and focus and see, am I putting something before God? And if so, I need to cut that thing out. But love y'all. Stay up, stay blessed. Follow God. Make your life better. Follow Jesus. Make your life better. Love y'all.